Yes, it's here. Awesome. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to the AnKorage, and this is the next edition of TUXQuest. I've got the power cord that came in finally. Well, it came in a few days ago, but I've gone ahead and I've gotten the cord for this guy. This is a compact CQ62, and it was my father's laptop, and we are going to be playing with Tux a little bit today, a little bit of Linux, on trying to get the Linux operating system, Linux Mint Debian Edition, up on to this guy. And if you want to learn a little bit about this unit from before, you can see the video right here, and on that edition of TUXQuest, where I actually repaired this hardware-wise by putting in a solid-state drive, and I talked a little bit about that. So we are going to get Debian edition of Linux Mint up running on that, and I happen to get the case back from my father. This is my father's case, and I was able to get it back, so that belongs with this unit. And I actually have another unit that was going on, but we are going to, I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Linux Mint Debian Edition, try to get it onto that laptop, and we'll talk more afterwards. And there we go. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what we've got is, here's the laptop on my coffee table that I pushed out just a little bit for the sake of having better room. So I'm going to open it up. And there it is. I'll just make sure you can see the whole thing. Now, I'm not doing video capture on Odin, mainly because this is an old machine and I don't have what's necessary to actually capture this on the computer. So, this isn't going to be like a keystroke per keystroke instruction, but this is just to show you what I've got going on. So here I've got Linux Mint Debian Edition. I've got the ISO burnt onto this stick, so I'm going to put this in the USB port here on the side. I'm going to boot. I've already gone ahead and charged up the battery. Since I've had the cord for a few days, I charged it up. So we're going to do that. Okay, so it's not booting up or anything like that. And I notice on here that on the keyboard, caps lock, the light, it periodically blinks. I don't know if you can see that, but it blinks. On, off. So something's not working properly on the boot. I don't know if it's picking up the drive or something else for that matter, but I can look that up and I'll figure it out. Well, I reseated the memory, I reseated the hard drive per instructions that I saw and stuff like that. Then it said, here's a link to a page where you can see all the blinking messages and stuff like that. You click on that, page is gone. So basically is I reseated the memory, which is located here, and I reseated the hard drive, which is located down here. Put it all in there, started it up, and it just went straight to that blinking on the caps lock. So if you happen to have any further ideas that I can do easily, meaning not needing to take the thing apart, then please let me know in the comments down below. And I do have one other thought, is that it could be a dead CMOS battery. But from doing research on this unit, the CMOS battery is on the actual motherboard, and to get to that I have to unscrew all kinds of stuff, take it all apart. And I'm not willing to put in the time or the effort to do that, because I could possibly break something. I don't have the full confidence in that, and I don't have the money to have a professional do it. So I am just going to be keeping this handy. I have the original bag. I'll keep it stored in there with the power supply, charging cable, and I'll do that. I recently did a Linux Mint Debian Edition install on a laptop that's almost as old. It's from 2013, and I switched the drive out to a solid state drive, and everything worked fine. And you know, I basically built that for somebody else. I took the original drive out, did all the Windows updates and everything like that, got it all up to date, removed the drive to keep that handy, and I put a solid state in there to put Linux Mint Debian Edition on, and it worked out fine. And it's a great unit, and I've got a different laptop case for it. It's the case that was given with the Chromebook that I turned into a Mint book, which is up that way. And so it's in that happy home that I built it for somebody. And, you know, so that's that. So I'll keep this handy aside. And, you know, it doesn't mean that I am not going to be coming back to this and trying to get this running again. I just don't have any easy way to figure out a blinking caps lock light easily. So, and from what I've seen so far, it's just kind of like, yeah, reseat the memory, reseat the hard drive, give it a whirl, see if it goes. Otherwise, it could be a cable or ribbon cable or something like that. This thing wasn't used to the point where, you know, you would risk any physical alterations and stuff like that. So, because it's in really good shape and it was well taken care of. So, that's not the issue. It might be that CMOS battery needing replacing, and I just can't go digging around in there to go find it, because you got to remove the housing, you got to remove the keyboard, you got to remove this, blah blah blah, and undo and blah blah blah. I'm not willing to do that. So this edition of TUXQuest was, you know, it was a failure, but failures happen, and you learn from failures. So, you know, on this one here, could be that it's just too old. I doubt it, because I've got a Lenovo IdeaPad from Windows XP days that I successfully got Linux Mint Debian Edition up and running on, and you can see how I got that running here. So I will just do my thing and just move on. And I've got another video on Idea, and I might do that in a couple of days. So until then, we'll talk to you later. Leave a comment, please. So we'll talk to you later, all right? Skál.